The year 2018 was blighted by general insecurity across the nation, with kidnappings in the southeast and north central, the Boko Haram crisis in the northeast, piracy and militancy in the south-south, and farmers-herders conflict in the middle belt. Nigeria's security agencies have indeed had their hands full. The military, after its successes in the Sambisa general area of Borno State, shifted much of its attention to curtailing the Boko Haram Albanawi faction around the north of the state. February 19, 2018. The federal government received the shocker when over 100 schoolgirls aged between 11 to 19 years were abducted from the Government Girls Science and Technical College Dapchi in Yobe State. This elicited national criticism of ongoing military operations in the northeast. However, after intense negotiations with the terrorists, about 104 of the girls were released on March the 21st, with 5 confirmed dead and 1, Leah Sharibu, still in captivity. The terrorists refused to release her over her fate. Some still commended government for its efforts.
The speed with which the government acted in terms of getting their release is more encouraging as compared to what happened during the Chibok experience.
We're highly excited. We thank God. We thank God Almighty for the safe returns of our daughters who are released unconditionally by their captors. Whatever happened has happened. So we just pray that it will never happen again anywhere in our lifetime.
The farmers' herders' conflict reached a crescendo as government was unable to curb the killings. The Mambila area of Taraba State, Logo and Goma local government areas of Benue State, and the Barakin Ladi area of Plateau State all became flashpoints. Data available said between January to June 2018, almost 300 persons were killed in attacks and reprisal attacks as the conflict raged on.
The President has ordered the police and armed forces to deal decisively with these killings and to ensure that the perpetrators are found and punished.
In order to curb this criminality, the military also launched Operation Ayama Patuma, known by many as Operation Cat Race. On October the 18th, while giving an appraisal of its performance, the Defense Headquarters said much has been achieved since the launch of the operation.
A total of 183 criminals were arrested in exercise Ayama Patuma in Benue and Taraba State for various offenses. In Benue State, 147 herdsmen, 6 cultists, 5 wrestlers, and 6 armed bandits were arrested, while 15 were arrested in Taraba State. In one deep area of responsibility, a total of 13 bandits were arrested. All the arrested suspects have been handed over to the Nigerian police for further actions.
It, however, admitted that the operation suffered several setbacks.
Regrettably, during the conduct of exercise Ayam Apatuma, some civil authorities, especially in Taraba State, did not accord the military the desired cooperation. For instance, the chairman of Takum local government area in Taraba State did not cooperate with the 93 Battalion, but instead portrayed the military in bad light to the locals. His action before and during exercise Ayam Apatuma were clearly anti-military, and he incited his people on many occasions to resist and confront the military.
Towards the end of 2018, the continued detention of controversial Islamic leader Ibrahim El-Zakzaky was set to tear the federal capital apart. Members of the Islamic movement took to the streets of the federal capital in an effort to compel government to obey a court order and release Mr. El-Zakzaky. On May the 14th, all hell broke loose as the protest turned violent. On October the 30th, the military failed to show restraint as it opened fire on Shiite protesters during its Al-Bain trek in Abuja. The group vowed to continue its protests nationwide.
They have killed 4 people. They have killed Amin Ibrahim Gashua, Adam Sali of Malamadori, Sheikh Asim Umar Sokoto, and the last Ahmad Rufai of Bauchi State were mercilessly killed by Nigerian police. Just their crime is just because they comes out, they protest against the illegal detention of their leader Sheikh Ibrahim Zazaki. And killing will never stop us. We will continue protesting. If they like, they should come and kill us. The Constitution gives us right, and the Constitution did not give them right to attack any peaceful procession.
If the government is not ashamed of killing their own people, we will never be ashamed of demanding for our own right. The government is a shameless government that is killing its own citizens in a broad daylight.
September brought a new dimension to the general insecurity witnessed across the country. This was as General Idris Akali, the Nigerian Army's former Chief of Administration, was kidnapped and murdered somewhere around Plateau State. The Nigerian Army intensified efforts to search for the missing general.
But there are about 30 different mining forms in that locality. We are able to zero in on this particular one due to the discovery of the oil spill on top of the body of water. So there is strong indication and possibility that the town has been in that form.
After several weeks of frantic search, the former Chief of Administration was found, his corpse dumped in an abandoned well. The Nigerian Army closed on those responsible and made several arrests. Between November the 2nd and November the 17th, Boko Haram began staging coordinated attacks around the fringes of Lake Chad. On November the 18th, Boko Haram staged a daredevil attack on Metele and claimed it had run down the military base, killing about 800 soldiers. This the military denied, claiming only 23 soldiers were killed, with several injured. It accused media organizations of spreading Boko Haram's propaganda. Federal lawmakers, however, called the event shameful, condemning the attack.
It is really a sad day. It only means our priorities are upside down, because these people are the reason for which we can do what we're doing, even here in Abuja. Right now, what we hear from government is that Boko Haram has been sufficiently curtailed. Government must come out with the truth about insurgency. We must know what we are facing. We must also know the conditions of the people who are fighting for us.
I'm not sure we're taking good care of the safety of our soldiers. I think we're just throwing them on harm's way and nobody cares. Nobody cares what happens to their families when they die. They are just mere statistics.
The year ended on a sad note as on December the 18th, the former Chief of Defense Staff Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade was murdered by unknown gunmen. To many Nigerians, Bade's murder reflected a true state of the nation's security. The police, however, flung into action and quickly apprehended some of those involved in the murder.
On the directive of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Brian K. Idris MNI, that the police joint investigation team set up by the IGP and mandated within shortest possible time to arrest all those responsible for the killing of the former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, on the 18th of December 2018 in Nasarawa. 2 principal suspects who participated in the killing of the former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, and 3 other suspects connected to the crime that they carried out on the 18th of December 2018 have been arrested by the intelligence response team of the IGP and the Special Tactical Squad. These suspects are currently in police custody, undergoing investigation.
The police added that it is closing in on other participants.
I want to have for the public to know that the investigation into the killing is being intensified to arrest other suspects still at large.
With uncertainties still surrounding insecurity around the country, there is no doubt that security agencies have had their hands full. Amadine Uyi, Plus TV Africa.